Manchester United 1, Norwich City 2 at Old Trafford. Yes, Manchester United have lost. This is a Manchester United tracksuit, Manchester United badge on it. This is what you're meant to play for. This is what the fans deserve. Well, Merry bloody Christmas, Louis van Gaal. Rubbish, absolutely disgrace. I said in the week that we were turning into the Moyes era. It's actually worse than that now. Absolute disgrace. Can't believe how I mean, I said we'd be top at Christmas. And I think a few people are saying that Manchester United won't get rid of Louis van Gaal while the title race is open. I can confirm Leicester are now 9 points ahead of Manchester United. So the title race is gone. Jose Mourinho's available. Pep Guardiola's announcing his future next week. Ancelotti's available. Louis van Gaal, out. If you've been saying it for months, well done. I applaud you. I've not been saying it for months. I've probably been saying it for about a couple of weeks. I still didn't even think till today he could go until the summer. But after today, he's done the thing that I think is you can't come back from. He's lost the players. I mean, what was that about? I tweeted out in the first half, how are we not in front? Norwich are absolutely abysmal. The first 20 minutes, we were all over them, but not really creating anything. And Norwich come out of that game 2-1. From Watford, Leicester, West Ham, Bournemouth and Norwich, we've taken 5 points. 5 points we've taken from those games. And 2 of them were a last-minute winner at Watford. It's absolutely sackable. We're out the Champions League, which I think people don't expose enough. Champions League group was easy to get through. We didn't get through it, and he's been getting away with it. He's got to go. The football is the big thing for me. People can moan about the money he's spent. They can moan about his philosophy and giving him 18 months. And this wasn't the same for Sir Alex Ferguson. And you know who you are, that person who's called everybody who's a Louis van Gaal out an idiot 2 weeks ago. You'd probably be there outside the ground, blobbing off your big mouth, or you've been proved totally wrong. Where is the point in Louis van Gaal now? Where can you defend him? If somebody can come on the comment section now and say, like Tester Ray Gunn says, Board won't sack him. We'll come to that in a minute. If somebody can come on now and say why we shouldn't sack him, like Paul Gardner's saying he'll be sacked tonight, I don't think he will. But if you can come on and tell us why we should stand by him, then I tell you what, if you can convince us, you can have the United stand. You can have it for free, because I cannot see an angle. And we'll always look for one, but I cannot see an angle. And as for today, we just lost 2-1 to Norwich. I said it an hour before the game. He's picked Rooney and Fellaini over Herrera and Morgan Schneiderlin. It says it all. Herrera, when he plays for Manchester United, he should be building a team around him. But Louis van Gaal is so pig-headed and arrogant. He's like somebody who gets given a hard sum, like I don't know, pluck something out of the air, a hard sum, and instead of using a calculator like Herrera, he tries to do it his own way on paper, and he gets the answer wrong every time. The answer is Herrera. He's a calculator. You put him in the midfield, and he solves it. And we've been saying it for 18 months. Pick Herrera. He epitomises what United is. Passion, creativity. We play far better with him in the side, and he doesn't do it. He's done this stupid thing for the last 3 games. I'm reading your comments, so don't worry. He's done this stupid thing for the last 3 games where he's played one defensive midfielder. It was Schweinsteiger against Wolfsburg. And for the last 2 games, it's been Carrick. Fellaini, everyone thinks, is the defensive midfielder with him. He isn't. He plays almost as a number 10 with Mata, which snuffs out Mata, makes us play the long ball, and we've lost the last 3 games. And in the last 3 games, Fellaini has missed a hatful of sitters. He takes Fellaini off at 60 minutes today. Herrera comes on. We get a goal, but it's too much, too late. And you know what? I'm absolutely just shocked, stunned, and I never thought it would be this bad. I said a couple of weeks ago, I thought he would just keep playing this rubbish football and we would get top 4, and hopefully the board would make a decision in the summer to get rid of him. It's imploding. It's even worse now than I ever thought it would be. People are on about Jose Mourinho. I will say this openly, my opinion, and you've got your opinions, and that's fine. Jose Mourinho is a disciple of Louis van Gaal. He is the same sort of boring football manager. If that's what United fans want, fine, go with it. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. For me, it's got to be Ancelotti or Pep Guardiola, because they're a different style of football. They'll get us playing exciting football. And for me, it's Ancelotti, because I'm old enough to remember the AC Milan sides of the mid-2000s when we had young Ronaldo and Rooney, and we had a good side, and they took us apart at the San Siro, and they were Ancelotti sides. I'd go with Ancelotti. He's free, he's available, and I think he'd come to United. I'd love him over Pep Guardiola or Jose Mourinho. And I think we can openly have these conversations now. We'll be live tomorrow night at Sunday night with the panel. Do join us for that, because I think we're going to be talking about managers, and Ancelotti's the one for me. But as far as this game goes, why are you rushing Wayne Rooney back? Clearly the drinking room is not true, because if it is, why are you picking him? He's got the captain's armband again. Why are you picking Rooney? He was a 4 or 5 at best out of 10. Rubbish, absolutely a joke. Martial, I mean, he's a magician, isn't he? Because the cross, he lands it, he goes past a couple of players. But Norwich had the better chance to make it 3-1 in the last 10 minutes with David De Gea. They're a poor side in the bottom 3 when they came to Old Trafford today, and they totally deserved the 3 points. Like Bournemouth deserved the 3 points last week. Like Leicester deserved to probably beat us. Like West Ham had good chances in the first half at Old Trafford. We are Manchester United. We've got no divine right to win games. I totally understand that. But we're Manchester United. We're huge. We've got massive budgets. We've got the biggest resources. We've got the biggest history. We've got the best fans. We should not be slumming it. We are slumming it with Louis van Gaal. The football's been abysmal for 18 months. Name me an attacker from 18 months. 4 attackers playing this football side every game. That's 4 times 90 minutes. That's 360 minutes times 18 months. It's thousands of minutes, and not one attacker has played well, apart from probably Di Maria in his first few games. Then he had it drilled out of him. And Anthony Martial in his first few games, and he's had it drilled out to him. It's an absolute joke. Mark PE420 says, Van Gaal's luck has run out. We ain't going nowhere under him. Need to cut our ties. I'd be interested tonight or on tomorrow's night show. Is anybody pro Louis van Gaal? Because I just don't see how you can be. The league has deteriorated when you see Leicester topping the table. Well, I've been saying that for a while. We have been in touching distance of this league title for a long time, but we're in touching distance because it's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. Spurs are going to go over, have taken over ahead of us now. I think Liverpool will do soon. Manchester United have got to sack him. And I tell you what, I said before the game, the only good thing that could come out of the Norwich game is if they sack him afterwards, because we're still close enough with the January transfer window to get a decent manager in and get top 4 and start again. We've got to start again. If they keep him, every game they keep him now, it's a disaster for Manchester United. I really didn't think I'd be saying this. I'm absolutely fuming. And I think some fans are just accepting too little. And I tell you what, I'd love the piggy idiot to come on who says you're an idiot if you leave Van Gaal out, because I'd love to know what his excuse is. He said 18 months isn't long enough. Well, it's more than long enough. He said Sir Alex Ferguson got a load of time. Sir Alex Ferguson took over a team that hadn't won the title for 30 years. They had a drinking culture. They were a cup side. They didn't have world-class players other than Brian Robson. And it's a totally different story to what Louis van Gaal has done. He has disintegrated this club. The youth that he supposedly has, he doesn't use. He just plays the same tactics every game. It's been Fellaini for 18 months. He should be sacked with Fellaini, says like Maldor, definitely. He's consistently ignored Ander Herrera, who we all know is a pure Manchester United player who we should be building a team around, should be playing every minute because he's passionate. Rubbish, absolutely disgraceful. And I mean, I'm looking at your comments. Man of the match for Manchester United today, Carrick, maybe. But what's Morgan Schneiderlin done? Ashley Young comes back in the team. He's been ignoring him for a few weeks. And he was actually good at right back. But the team selections, it's all over the shop. Daley Blind was at left back today. We've been saying that should have been happening a long time before. Phil Jones comes in, who's not fit. Smalling's only just back fit. Young's at right back, but he's been ignored, and he made that mistake at Leicester. Carrick plays, but he's been ignoring him in the past. Schneiderlin, like I said, doesn't get picked. Fellaini comes into the team, who's atrocious. Herrera's ignored. Mata, who's not been doing anything, plays at number 10. Memphis has started playing again, but hasn't set the world on fire. Martial's back on the wing, and Rooney walks straight back in the team, and we know he's a waste of time. He's got to go now, says Kate Lovin. I think Louis van Gaal picks players out of his hat. Another comment, Ian Fitzgerald, Young, Marshall, Memphis, Smalling and Herrera were good. Everyone else was rubbish. I'd say that's fair enough. Young is a winger. A club like Manchester United should not be playing winger in the right-back position, says Jay. Totally agree with that. I think he's a fantastic player, Ashley Young, and he should be playing on the wing. But I'm lost, and I know you're all lost, and it's terrible. It's Christmas time. We're looking forward to having some time off with our families, having a few drinks and that. We will be having a few drinks, but like Kev said on his preview last night, we haven't watched Match of the Day for weeks, and I won't be watching Match of the Day again tonight. It's a bloody joke. He's got to go. He has to go, and if the board don't back him, sack him, got that wrong, then they have to go. And I must say this as well. Somebody on the commentary said this today. I don't know who it was, but they said people knew Louis van Gaal. The people who employed Louis van Gaal knew his philosophy before they brought him, and they wanted Manchester United to turn into the Louis van Gaal philosophy. It was a mistake to get him in the first place. He plays this boring football, and the board are culpable. They got Moyes, they got Louis van Gaal, and as much as I don't want Louis van Gaal in the club anymore, he was recruited by the board. The board have been an absolute disgrace, and they've been like it for a long time when it comes to player recruitment, and they are culpable as well. Well done to the fans today, because they didn't really get on the team's back. But I tell you what, the players aren't responding to Louis van Gaal. That's the big one. You've got to go. And I'm going to laugh if somebody's going to try and come on and say he's got to go. But there you go. I think I've ranted long enough. There's a lot of you watching. Please like the video. Subscribe to the United Stand. It is the Manchester United fan channel. It is your channel. Get commenting below, and we always reply. And we are live at 9 o'clock tomorrow night with the fan review, with a live comment box where we'll have panelists on as well. And we will be talking next Manchester United manager, because I think 100% now it has to happen. It has to happen sooner rather than later. And if it doesn't happen, the board are crapping all over us, the fans. It's our club. We've got to get a voice loud now. That's what the United Stand's about. It's about having your voice heard, and this voice needs to get louder. So get commenting. Let's go for it. We're not doing it as plastic fans. It's realistic now. This is our club we've got to save, and he's got to go. He's absolutely got to go, 100%. Thanks for watching. It is the United Stand. Subscribe, like the video, get involved. It is your channel, and all I can say is apologies, because that is an absolute shower of... Speak to you later. Tomorrow night at 9.